Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno. We're the National Youth Film Academy. Certainly make it happen down here at the BFI South Bank as our future filmmakers showcase their work at the home of British film. Ladies, would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Ema Deneen.
I'm Anna Persista.
And tell us why you're here today.
We're here for the National Youth Film Academy premiere. Basically a bunch of young people have been put together, very enthusiastic and creative, been said to make 4 films.
we were auditioned for roles and we were asked to bring experience that we've already got, and some people haven't had any experience, and we've all been put together, put in groups. Over this experience we've all sort of bonded very, very tightly, and we're about to show our films, which we're very excited about.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the programme itself, please?
Well, the programme is a non-profit organisation to help aspiring filmmakers to come and basically show their talents, to learn different things, learn different skills.
Be amongst like-minded people, really. Yeah.
And what kind of course is it? A very practical course?
It's a bit of both, actually. We've had master classes from very experienced professionals, and then at the same time we've had on set properly working with cameras and that some people have never used before. And
I mean, there were no crash courses. They throw you in at the deep end and kind of tell you, like, this is our aim now, let's try our best to achieve it. And it's really exciting. I think it's the best way to learn, as in just practically just going there and doing it. I mean, I've never touched a sound system or a boom before, but I've been doing the sound for this whole procedure, and it's great, and you learn so much.
And did you go in there with a sort of a preconceived idea of what you thought you'd like to do within the film industry, and now you've finished it, do you have a different idea of what you want to do within the industry, if you indeed you want to continue within? Well,
I actually auditioned as an actor and got talking to the interview, and I've ended up I'm a producer of one of the films, and it's really helped me because I've been able to sort of see every aspect of filmmaking, and it's made me come out wanting to be a producer and wanting to strive to have more experience and just do as much of it as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I auditioned. Well, I turned up and said that I wanted to be a director, but really just kind of saying I'll take anything, because I mean I'm 16, and so what Rob did, he put me on crew, and from that I can kind of observe and like try out new things, like technically, because as a director you kind of need to have a basic knowledge of everything that happens in film. So from this, I've gained a lot of experience, especially on the technical side, and my aim is to one day be a director. So hopefully this has really been a stepping stone towards that.
Are there any kind of measures in place now to help you, now you've left the course, to actually break into the industry itself?
NYFA isn't just for this 10 days, it's going to continue to help us throughout our lives, and we've made loads of connections here that we'll keep on coming back to. There's Boldface Productions who we've been working with, who specialise in helping young filmmakers, and so I think this has really set us up for hands-on getting into the industry straight away after this.
Have you been very conscious while you've been a part of this programme that you have to have a unique style that makes you stand out from everybody else?
No, I think my first concern is just to tell a good story. I'm not bothered about trying to kind of put my own stamp on it or anything like that. I think the first thing, just make sure I tell a good story, then worry about what people say afterwards. So. And
has it been nice for you because of the collaboration process that's part of making films?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Usually I've written my own stuff, so and then kind of directed it. So to work in this process where we've all met each other for the first time, for the first 2 days we were obviously trying to come up with ideas, then the scriptwriters went away. It's definitely different, but really beneficial for the kind of future. So,
did you get to sort of experience different types of filmmaking? You know, did you do a bit of gaffering, a bit of producing, a bit of script writing, a bit of DOP work? How does it work?
I worked with we were given 2 members of crew and stuff, and I got one of them, kind of upgraded him to my director of photography, worked closely with him to kind of come up with the look that we wanted in terms of lighting, which I feel that we've got very well, it's come across well on screen. So I kind of tried to keep with all kind of groups and different roles, but then mainly kind of talking to the actors and just trying to see the bigger vision as a whole. So yeah, whether it's come across well or not, I'm not sure.
It's interesting you should say that as well, because there's so much more to filmmaking than just pointing at a camera and actors performing. You have lighting, you have sound, all these things that make the big piece of the puzzle, basically. Did you find that yourself?
Yeah, we were really conscious that we wanted to make something that kind of, I mean, the story's obviously the heartbeat of the film, no matter what, anyway. And you've got fantastic actors, which I was lucky to have. You're going to tell a good story anyway, but we really wanted to make it look as cinematic as possible with lighting, and we tried to film it. We filmed it anamorphically, so the screen would move out, which we just found out today they can't do because no one else's films like that. So it's going to have bars on it, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, because we put so much into kind of the look of the film to kind of accentuate the great acting and great story. It's kind of disappointing, but overall really pleased, yeah.
Rob, tell us about your involvement with the NYFA, please.
I'm the Artistic Director of the National Youth Film Academy, so my involvement is dealing with the day-to-day tasks of making sure it all happens, yes.
And can you tell us what the students would expect when they enrol in the academy, please?
When they enrol in the academy, basically what they do is they go through a filtering process. This year we saw 3,000 young people aged 16 to 25, and we've chosen 70 young people who are then going to produce short films. Now, what they're involved with when they come here, they've got to write, film, produce their own short film in 10 days. And that's what the product is today. We'll showcase, and as you know, the films today at the BFI.
So what kind of criteria are you looking for when you're sort of going through the audition process with the candidates?
Well, not only the obvious one is talent. We're looking for talent. However, we're also looking for people who are most likely to be able to succeed in the industry. So they have to have the drive, the enthusiasm, the passion to be able to succeed, and also be a nice person, because hey, it's all about working well with each other, isn't it? Yeah.
And what do you think are the kind of key essence that make a good filmmaker?
Oh, what makes a good... Somebody, as I say, with the right drive, passion, vision to be able to create in a group environment. So there's no point just trying to think, okay, I'm just going to do this all by myself. There are so many different people and elements that make a good film that you need to have the right personality to be able to work as a team, and that's what we're looking for in good filmmakers.
And what do you see as the future for the NYFA?
Oh, it's fantastic. We've been working with many organisations and branches of the government as well to try and provide further training on from the course, i.e. those young people who really demonstrate a high level of skill as well as passion. We're also going to try and get them onto, or we will be getting them onto apprenticeship courses and placing them with already established production companies in the UK market.
You mentioned like the markets and the government and things like that. I think it's very important to stress as well that it's the film industry, but it's also show business, which focusing on business. Is there an element of that within the course as well?
Oh yes, I mean, obviously we've just had all the cuts recently as well, and everybody is slightly stressed on where the money's going to come from. However, what we're teaching them is actually, no, go out and do it yourselves, raise the finance privately, prove to somebody that your concept is good enough to be invested in, and that's what we're trying to install into them over the past 10 days.
And with the age of digital, does that make it easier for budding and future filmmakers, do you think?
Anyone can. You can pick up a camera phone and you can go and film anything. And some of these young people applied with short films that they've done on their iPhone, and that's fine. It's absolutely fantastic how accessible film is to young people these days, and what we're trying to do is tease out all those people who've got the right qualities to be able to go and make a massive feature film one day, hopefully with their Oscar or BAFTA in the hand in 10 years' time.
Can you tell us about the BFI's involvement within the NYFA project, please?
Yeah, well, I work in the education department. I'm the youth programmer here, and we do loads of activities for young people. When Rob came to us wanting to host the NYFA here, we were massively happy. Always want to get young people through the door, encourage them to make films. I mean, this summer's actually been really packed. We've had Rocket School for young kids, we've had DIY sci-fi filmmaking, and now the NYFA in for 2 weeks residence. So it's been really good, really packed, really busy.
It's nice to see such an enthusiastic, youthful youthful sort of filmmakers coming and wanting to participate.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's never been a better time really to be a young filmmaker. You know, the equipment's relatively cheap. Software you can get on the quite cheaply these days as well. And there's more and more kind of youth film festivals, workshops. So there really hasn't been a better time. I haven't seen the films yet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing them. I'm sure they're going to be excellent.
They've had some sort of very kind of high-profile directors, etc., come and take part in the programme. Have the BFI come along and instilled any teaching there?
We tried to do our best, yeah, and we sort of helped source a few of the filmmakers and directors and stuff for the workshop. So, yeah, and you know, hopefully now that these young people have been in the building, they can see what we do and sort of immerse themselves in the film world that we can offer them.
Well, also as well, it's great for the BFI to heighten its profile as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we do our best to make young people aware of the BFI and what we've got to offer. Obviously, it's a tough competition against the multiplexes, but I think once you get people through the door and they can see that we're encouraging them as young filmmakers, as young audiences, then, you know, hopefully they'll come again.